I guess we're gonna test it out. We got 2 stick types. Okay, all right. This is not a great move, Ren. I should probably avoid doing that as much as possible if I want to live. Well, good morning. I think. Or is it evening? I believe it's morning. Okay. So, unfortunately, I had a game crash. Which means we get to do part of day 1 all over again. Yay! But, welcome. For you, this will be the first time. For me, this is round 2. Which is why I already know I'm going to have to go over to the other place and get bronze nails for a cart. So today we are building a workshop. Finally. All right. It's like deja vu all over again. So I already know that I don't have enough core wood. So we're going to start over here gathering core wood. And once I get enough of that, we'll go back and we'll harvest some beech trees. So, as I have already said to myself, but you will not have heard, this is episode 30, and it is day 30 of my 30 episodes in 30 days upload schedule. But do not worry, the series is not over, not even close. But it does mean that I'm going to slow down on release. Of course. We will no longer have daily episodes of Valheim, so that I can start working on other games, other projects, other things that I want to do. So Valheim will probably go down to 3 to 4 days a week. Come on. All right. Keep going. So yeah, as much as I love Valheim, and I do, and I'm enjoying the heck out of this series, recording and playing. Oh my goodness. Just break. I don't want to get pigeonholed into being a Valheim channel. Just like I don't want to get pigeonholed into being an Ark channel or a 7 Days to Die channel. I would like to start working on some other projects as well. But this series will definitely go all the way to the Deep North. 100% guaranteed. The reason that I started it when I started it was so that we could advance towards that. While waiting for the official 1.0 release to drop. But I would like to start working on Ark again. I've been kind of... It's been bubbling up in my mind more and more. I've been missing it. This is the longest I've gone without playing Ark since I started playing Ark. It's been since August of last year that I've even opened the game at all. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of updates. A lot of things that I'm going to have to do to make it the game that I want it to be. There's been a lot of new creatures introduced that I don't really care for, and I don't really want a part of my game. So I have to figure out how to exclude them. But right now, we're working on Valheim. So I've got plans in my mind for how this workshop is going to go, and it almost certainly will end up being, even though I don't really need it to be, it will almost certainly end up being a 2-story building. Just because I like the look of the 2-story building. But I will still wonder, after it is done, why I built the second floor at all. Well, that was a really loud seagull. He was excited about second floor too. I want you in here, not you. Oh, I cannot wait until we finally get a place for everything and everything in its place. And I won't have to do this hunting back and forth. I'll just know where things are because they're always in the same place. Oh, I need to get the bees moved over too. That'll be for next time. Anyway, so this episode is just going to be a build and chill. Assuming, of course, I don't get raided. Which there is a strong possibility of. But now that I am fully upgraded with Tier 4 armor and Tier 4 Paws the Bear, I do feel at least somewhat more capable of taking on some things. I sort of run a parallel game of a sort because I prefer to do my screenshots, not screenshots. Well, my screenshots for my thumbnails in a separate game so as not to mess this one up. Although I do, on occasion, do thumbnail screenshots in this game, but... So I've got a virtually identical character in another game to Rin. Okay. So I've had an opportunity to try out this exact loadout against, say, trolls. And I know that I can at least block the trolls from their swipe attack. I still can't block the overhand attack. And I have not tried the log trolls, so there is a good chance they would still absolutely decimate me, but even if I could just block the one, get some parry damage, take them out. Oh! That was not good. And I just did it again. Fix that up, no problem. Yeah, even if I can just block the trolls a little bit and get some parry damage in, that will help immensely during troll attacks. The forest event shouldn't be much of an issue, although I don't think I'll get those anymore now that we've beat the Elder. I think it will always be a foul smell from the swamp, which, again, shouldn't be that big of an issue as long as I manage who is in front of me properly. I got 2.5 minutes. All right. I'm going to go ahead and save. So at the very least, I don't have to redo all of this if the game crashes. The game crashing is so weird and random. It's not something that happens with any consistency or regularity. Not something that I could track down and troubleshoot necessarily. And it doesn't happen under necessarily like high loads or stress. Like, I can see the percentage used on my video card. I have a 5070 Ti. It's not like this game should be stressing that particularly. But, you know, it is technically still early access, although this is... Wow. Couldn't see because of all the little trees around. This is easily the most well put together early access game I've ever played. Like, they have refined it so much at this point. Even though it isn't officially 1.0 yet, it's solid. All right, let's do some cleanup here. I still got a minute left, so that I can replant some trees. So I can't remember if I've said it in this recording or not, but this episode is going to be as long as it takes until the workshop is done. So if that's within 3 days, it's within 3 days. If it takes longer than that, then it takes longer than that. But I'm not going to keep to the same 3-day rhythm that I've been doing in the past. All right, let's start loading up. I'm sure I have left a fair number of stumps behind that I will find as we're grabbing wood. And I want to take those out as well along the way. So yeah, there'll be some changes coming up to the channel, but I still have a surprising number of people finding and watching my art content, despite the fact that it's been almost a year since I've released any new episodes of that. And, you know, not only do I want to get back to Ark for myself, I feel like a lot of people subscribe to my channel because of my art content, and I'm not really holding up my end of the bargain on that. Although a fair number of people have subscribed to the channel since I started doing Valheim, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't think I or any other creators say that quite enough. It still genuinely boggles my mind that people enjoy watching this, you know? I could eat another bite. You're right. And I should stay on top of that. Not that I think, you know, my content is bad or anything. It just, I don't know, as a creator, it's just one of those things where you're like, wow, I'm doing the thing. People are watching the thing. People are enjoying the thing. They keep coming back for the thing. That's just kind of amazing and mind-boggling. But it makes it so very worth it. The other thing that surprised me, like genuinely surprised me, is that I get a lot more traction on my building videos than I do on the action videos, which is not at all how I thought that was going to go. I figured there'd be a lot of people that tuned out for building videos because, you know, they can be a little dry, a little dull, a little boring. But quite the opposite. So, if you're here for the building, here's your episode. I guess by that same token, like, I also enjoy the building in this. Pushing that neck around, huh? Don't be like that, man. Respect wildlife, all right? I also enjoy building in this game, and I enjoy watching build videos and getting ideas from it. So, it's not that I don't get it. It's just not what I was expecting. But I'm happy. I'm pleased. I'll do more build videos. Also, if you hadn't noticed, I've been putting, you know, very basic timestamps in my videos for people who want to skip around a little bit. Mostly it's just, you know, intro, start of day 2, start of day 3, outro sort of thing. But I know for some people they just want to get in, get what they want and get out. And nothing wrong with that at all. I know people have limited time in their lives, and I want to respect people's times the way that some of my favorite creators respect mine as well. And it really is, like, crazy simple to do. Like, I just jot down the times while I'm editing and then put that into the YouTube description after the fact, and then boom, there you go. All right, I don't know for sure how much wood this build is going to take, and we may end up coming back for another round of wood gathering, but it's starting to get dark, and we actually have a fair amount of wood. Plus, we've got some back at the base as well. So let's get back there. Man, I wish I had built a road now. Because of stuff like that. We could have a beautiful little road along the river. Be scenic and picturesque. And flat. I will probably still add one of those at some point in the future. I really don't want to anger that boar, but I have a feeling he's not going to give me a choice. I'm going to have to get close to him. Yep, sorry, buddy. Wasn't really what I wanted to do. Just what I had to do. Let's see if I can get up this. Come on, you can do it. All right, good. See what all needs to get put away. I've got a lot of resin. All right, let's get to bed. Tomorrow starts the build in earnest. Good morning. I need to check on my boat. I heard you. Where are you? Ah, you're doing fine. I heard either a grayling or a gray dwarf around here. Oh. I can't forget to work on these as well. As much as I want to get the build done. I'm so glad I put these torches around here. I'll just have to remember to make sure to fill them with resin properly. But even in daylight, it makes things easier to see. Oof. I guess I did get a couple bonus ones, but man. When you're used to having like 2x or 3x rates on, and you grab all of those and all you get is 1-to-1, man, it hurts. All right. Let's put you here. That will generate a fair amount of seeds. Once I harvest them. I'm just gonna have to stick these up here. Okay, on to the build. So I want to have plenty of room. That might be a little too much room. How much is the spacing on this? No, it's 4. Okay. I think we're gonna have to get some more rocks at some point. Do a little more dirt work. Oh, I'm out of stamina. I wish you would bring me rocks. Like your big brethren do. Alright, now that I've got the base laid out, how much rock do I have left? Let's see if I got more in here. I know I've got more in here, but how much more do I have? That just might be enough. If I am careful. Really? Always with the interrupting. All right, let's set a decent height. Since I am going to do dirt floors, it's important to me that my floors be relatively even and at the proper height. I think I should have more than enough stone to handle leveling this out. But I am definitely going to find divots like that as we go. So when I'm building like this, I almost always start out with a basic floor plan layout. So that I can work out in my mind where everything is going to land. All right. How does that look? Good enough. I know for a fact that I want a 2-beam doorway, but I also know that I want bump outs here for workbenches. And it is going to be somewhat interesting not having floors to look at to guide me. This may be more difficult than I thought. These will be for storage cabinets. No, stop it. And then this will be a passageway out to what will eventually be smelting area as soon as we get it all filled in. Since I already know that you're going to go over here, I might as well get you put there. Now, nope, don't like that. I want to have a hearth in the middle. Which also reminds me that I need to make a woodcutter. That is where the hearth will go, and then this be kind of the center support I almost always make my workshops 2 beams tall because I spend a fair amount of time inside them, and I don't like being crowded overhead. There we go. Go ahead and get this taken care of while we're standing here. Actually, I didn't level out that far at all. Now you've triggered my paranoia game. I don't like that. This place is going to have an enormous amount of storage. This will all be storage underneath the stairs, and this will be storage over here. This will be storage over here as well. I definitely like having plenty of room to store things. And I'm running out of wood. Okay, now comes somewhat harder visualization. Even though if a rainstorm comes, I'm going to have to repair all of these. It still makes it easier to visualize the space if I have it in place. And it's not like I'm building this, you know, completely in a vacuum. I have built structures similar to this before, but they're always just a little bit different. Because if you don't, quite frankly, it gets pretty boring doing the same thing over and over and over again. Even if it's, you know, a pretty good design. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. And build order is always important. Don't think that'll be a problem for going upstairs. Nope. I can have that. Uh-oh. Not feeling rested anymore is like signaling, hey, it's time for a raid. But it's also time to take a moment and repair anyway, so good timing. All right, you. Ah, can't believe I shaped that. Fine, get out of here. put up a few more beams. And then we'll call it a night because it's starting to get a little dark. All right, see you in the morning. Boat was very noisy. But it's still doing okay. Alrighty. Nope, that is not in the right spot. That should be. But it's not. Okay. Okay, no, it was. That's not gonna work as well. Luckily, we have this to work from this time. There. It's a weird dip. I think I should be able to do the other side without doing the whole thing I did there last time. Snap to that. That, and then on this one, snap to that. And then for style, Boom. There we go. Also, oh, it's too exposed because I don't have enough walls. No, that's fine. That's fine. So, what? That's going to be our crafting stations. This will be... It's going to end right there, but I think... It's more of a shed roof or hip roof. I guess that's really more of a shed roof look. We'll still have a little spot right there. Place something. For instance, like this. There we go. What do I need? Aha. Okay. This is always a little more challenging because you're just kind of using visual cues. But because there's perspective involved, I think I pulled it at the very last. It would have been fine. By the way, hold shift to keep from snapping. I think it's, yeah, down there in the bottom little menu there. That's better. I'm not gonna light it yet because I don't want to smoke myself out while I'm up here, but okay, now I'm limited on the height because I'm just using standard beams and not like the ironclad beams. But I'm okay with that because, like I said, this is mostly decorative anyway. Should probably put that'll work. I guess we're gonna test it out. We got 2 stick types. Okay, all right. Should be interesting. I know I can't block that. Dang it, I really wanted to try that one, but the other one... All right, now I've sort of cut myself off. This is not a great move, Ren. Brother. Get out of my face. Or we're going to have problems. Oh, and I ran out of the circle, too. That's also not a great plan. I should probably avoid doing that as much as possible if I want to live. And also, I don't feel It's so hard when they stay so close together to manage them. All right, let's get back to it. Hello, Ren. Well, if you're still hanging around, I am going to have a word with you. I think it just despawned. One of these days. One of these days, I tell you. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fight those on hard mode. So, back to building. And at least I know I've got a good 30 minutes respite. Nope. You. Now they're red now, but... Okay, someone's off. You're off. Oh, because you're off. It still seems... Eh. Okay, what is going on here? Oh, out of wood. I feel like I'm missing something here. Maybe I didn't do them 1.5 walls high. Or 1.5 beams high, I guess. All right. That was it. That means I'm gonna have to change these too. Yeah. Goodness, I can't believe it's already almost night again. So. Part of what I really like doing about, part of what I really like about doing it this way, when I can speak anyway, is that a lot of build tutorials are done in creative mode, right? And that's great for making an expedient video, right? Getting to the heart of the matter. Do this, 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 and you're done. But sometimes, and not just in Valheim, I've found it in Ark videos that I've watched as well, where they're like, hey, you can build something like this, and it looks great. It's like, how would you ever do that in a regular game? Like, you're placing these beams as though you could ever place them if you weren't flying, but you can't place them without flying, that sort of thing, you know. Not that I'm not like calling anyone out or anything like that. That's not my style at all. It's just one of those. Here you can watch as I do this start to finish, from going out and gathering the wood to placing all this stuff, and all of it without once having to fly or do anything of the sort. She's coming along. Yeah. We'll have some somewhat interesting architectural details. On the roof line, just to keep it from being super plain and super boring, but it's getting dark again, unfortunately. How are you guys doing? 3 or 4? Let's just go ahead and get to bed. No sense hanging about and wasting time at night. What are we gonna do here? Do inside corner. What does that look like from the ground? Is that gonna look weird with Eh. I don't know, with these here. I don't know. That may change. It'll look good on this side because it doesn't have the other bump outs, right? Come on. Alright, just making sure that that was correct. Now, you. Yeah, I like it on this side. I don't think I like it on the other side. I think it kind of interferes with these areas. So maybe instead... Yeah. One more over. Oh, no, what are you doing, Ren? Do it from here. Perfect. Almost like it was meant to be from the very beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. Let's get back to it then. Let's get this roof line done. See sparkles up there. Alright, now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do about the chimney. I think that's gonna work. Don't rain on my parade, game. It doesn't care what I think. So this will bring it up to... That's basically at roof height. No. All right. Ah. Of course I would run out of wood right then. It is almost a given. I am definitely not going to have enough wood to finish this project off. Oh, okay. Somewhat unexpected, but solvable. you out of here. There we go. Oh my... I've gone through my entire hammer. That's when you know you've been building. When you use all of a tier 3 hammer, you've been doing some serious building. Check my wood stocks while I'm here. Wood stock. Like I said, I'm not a dad. I just got the puns. So now... That's another thing. Snap. Thank you. I know I just randomly said, that's another thing, and then totally let that die, but I will get to it here in a minute. I'm just concentrating on getting this last little bit done. Oh, I don't really like how that worked out. I think I'd rather just not have it there. Yeah, all right. That's the roof finished off. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let's see if I can get this up here. All right. How much wood do I have left? Oh. Best eat. So let's start up here. Perfect. All right. Good. Didn't get most of my floor. Make sure that's still gonna look okay from the ground. Yeah, looks okay. Did that get weathered? It did. All right, that's good. I like it. That also got weathered. Those are very important. I don't want those weathered at all. If those were to fail, this whole thing would just collapse in the middle. I'll work that out later. These are mostly decorative, but they do also provide some support. You'll just have that in there. And that in there like that. There's a little offset. I'm thinking most of these are going to end up on the roof. All right, that just provides a little more support there. Stop it. Safety is obviously very important around here, so we must make sure we have guardrails. So we don't, you know, accidentally fall out or anything. Let's do... Nope. Starting to get dark. You gotta hurry, Ren. Alright, I think we will end up doing one more day. The bones of this place are pretty much done, but it's far from move-in ready. Let's hit the roof just to make sure I didn't miss any. And I didn't. I know that these don't fully connect, but if you put another one on there, then it really looks ugly on the inside. And I'm going to see the inside a lot more often than I'm going to see the outside. Well, I am very, very low on wood. So we are unfortunately going to have to go do some more tree chopping. Good night. Good morning. Day 92. So this, I believe, will be day 5. Look at all that. I got extra onions on the first 2. That's very nice. We will let that go to seed. We will keep those at seed, and I will worry about growing more of those later. For right now, I still want to focus on this build. You and you. Go find some more trees to chop. Have to remember to get those. Matter of fact, no time like the present. And the trolls did 2/3 of the work for us. Oh, come on. Look, do not. That's exactly how I felt when that drogger got me. Alright, anyway. Find a good, still decently forested area. Actually, that looks pretty thick right there. Let's go there. Start with the necks. This is going to be a really long episode. I'm honestly sort of having second thoughts about whether to do this as a single or break it up into 2 parts. I might break it up into 2 parts, but drop them both on the same day. You guys never fall the way I want you to. Seriously? Whatever. I'm so over chasing Greylings and Grey Dwarfs. Alright, well that's pretty deforested. It's down to the bones. If you get... That's a terrible joke. If you don't get the joke, I'll go ahead and explain it because it's just that terrible. But DeForest Kelly played Dr. McCoy on the original Star Trek, whose name was Bones, and so deforested down to the bones. I'm not proud of it, okay? I'm not proud. Sometimes you take them where they come. See, it was so bad, I even made myself shut up. That's pretty bad. I was reflecting on just how terrible that joke was. Alright, is that all the stumps? Still got some room left. Grab some of these little ones. Bushes are good too. They give wood as well. Come here, friend. I use that term loosely. That should be enough to finish out the structure. Maybe not all the storage, but I don't necessarily need all the storage to be done today. Because there's gonna be a lot of storage in there. A lot. No, give me the axes. Thank you. That's a little bit extra. God, it is going to be so nice to have an actual workshop, though. All right. I'm a big fan of windows. You know what else I'm a big fan of? There we go, come on. No, that's not actually what I wanted to do. That's not at all what I wanted to do. My goodness. No, I do. Indecisive Ren strikes again. Even when I know I'm doing it, I can't help but keep going. So I do want this out here like this, because I want to do that, like that, but then don't want these here. We'll keep it for now. Actually, Yeah, I like that better. I like this too. It's kind of a beautiful, picturesque view. Okay, so on this, we're gonna do. I need to zoom in a little bit. Go. Why are you not snapping at that, bro? Too many things? What's up? Again, sometimes the order in which you place things is very important. That's where the forge will go. All right. We're making progress. We're making progress. Let's see, from here. You know what? Nah. Oh, that seems a little high for a handrail. Might be a little too shadowy, but oh, it's there. No. Alright, since this is going to have storage boxes, it's the only thing that's going to have floors on this floor anyway. Still got a little wood left. Alright, let's go to bed, and then we'll see if we can finish this up tomorrow. Even if we don't move in, like I said. I will consider it a success if the bones are completely done. Good morning. Gotta eat a little breakfast before we go. Do some repairs, and let's see how far we can get. On this last little bit of wood. Oh, seriously? Why? Why do you taunt me so? Game. I don't know where you're going, but I'm happy for it. So keep going. I don't think I have landed a single one of those. You know what? There's something about this spot right here that they don't like. Do not go over there. I guess that other one despawned. Hey, I survived! Speaking of. I don't know why they didn't like that one spot on the hill, but I'll need to remember that for the future, because I suspect I will see them more. Okay. This is going to be more storage. Oh, right. That's interesting. Because of that. Okay. This will be a little bit different storage, I guess. Huh. Well, like I said, everyone's just a little bit different, even if you've done it before. So, I don't really love that, but I don't... Not sure how I would do that differently if I did. Oh my goodness, I'm just getting things wrong left and right. So because you can see these through the stairs, I like to put floorboards here. Just so you're not seeing like the tops of the boxes. Let's not forget. You know what? In retrospect, I don't need that. But I do need that. So this will be a spot for storage, and then this will be a spot for probably sideways storage, I guess. Kind of like this. That'll give me 3 or 4 spots there. And if I do another one of these, is that going to block my way up? It's not. So we'll do that then. Don't need these. And you don't need to be that tall. That will work. But I did it over... I don't know. That may change over time. Let's just get the biggest part of it done. Which we really have. That at least gives me the areas where I'll build my boxes. That's 27 boxes per side. That, in and of itself, is going to take a lot of wood. 270 wood. per side, since they're 10 each. Not a lot of wood left. But you know what we gotta do now? We gotta leave this here and do it in the right order. Because I can't. All right. Oh, I didn't grab that, I guess. You know what? That's a good place for a canning rack. I have a feeling that one's going to get attacked a lot until I get some fences up, but it'll be fine. I don't have any stone on me. But if I did, I would come over here and make... Oh, it's 2. Right. I knew that. I need 5 stone. What does that take? 25 wood. Well, I guess we're not going to get that one for the time being. But it's fine. So we got, oh, the most important one. I need the forge for that? Making sure that nothing was left on the outside that I needed to pick up. Level 5 workbench. Woohoo! So the can I make that? That will go right there. I think I have enough chain. Oh my goodness. What did I tell you? 10 bronze nails. I knew I had them. There. 4 chain. What else? I definitely got that. The wind is really blowing. I like having it look like it's pointing right into the forge there. And yeah, I don't have enough wood. Oh, I do. I just do. Like, I sort of understand why they don't want you to be able to stack everything real close, but at the same time, you know what? That'll work. That will work. One of my favorite poses. It's hard to do without the HUD on. Don't get wet. Ah, you can barely see it because of the rock. I never know which one is going to be the one. I just know that I like to leave the left side primarily open for text. Obviously, I have to be in the center because that's just how Valheim works. It's a little look behind the scenes, I guess. Not that you've never seen me take screenshots for a thumbnail before, but yeah. I'm happy. I'm really happy with this. We're at over 2 hours, so whether this gets broken up into a two-parter and you end up watching back to back, or you know what? Now let's do this. Or if it's just a straight 2-hour episode and you make it this far, thank you so much for tuning in. I genuinely appreciate it. I wish I had more wood. I have to finish that out. But there's always episode 31. Ooh. How much wood are you? Is there any more wood laying around? I don't need much. Just a little bit more. I don't need you. There's a floor tile there. Needs fixing. And I aim to fix it right now. So next time we're gonna put a hearth in here so I get the bonus. And also, since I've got iron and I've got iron nails, we'll be doing some more comfort upgrades. Also, we'll be... Well, I suspect next episode is going to be another building episode. We'll be finalizing that one. Look at me, Ren. Thank you. We'll chop down some more trees and probably plant some trees properly so that we, you know, have a forest to pull from. But we'll get some more wood and then we'll finish out all the storage containers in there, or at least a good portion of them. Enough, and I can move out a lot of the stuff that's in the cabin right now. And then the cabin can be kind of geared more towards cooking until we get to the point where we have a cookhouse. So next episode, definitely going to be some building. Possibly we get started on getting some more iron, because we're going to need a lot more. And we might build a longboat too. Yeah, might be the first for that. So anyway, all of that is in the future. My name is Robot Ren. Thank you so much for watching this especially long episode. And I'll catch you in the next episode.